am the morning DJ on WSBD, playing all the hits for you, wherever you may be. Remember that song? WSBD? That was the same guy that made Cats in the Cradle. Remember that guy? But anyway, that was SBDs. That's right. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas. So there's going to be, hopefully, lots of SBD bunker blasts looming in the next few days. That's right. SBD, silent but deadly. It's a Christmas tradition. Now, the past couple years, though, past year or two, have been a real disappointment. You know, they've been a real disappointment for Christmas time bunker blasts. But the last decade, though, wow, man. In the last decade, you could almost count on some hilarious trouser sneezes during important family gatherings on Christmas. That's right. I remember the one year there's one year, probably about 9 years ago, somebody kept, these are like rapid fire SBDs. Somebody kept stinking up the place. We were at my mom's house, and somebody kept stinking up the place by ripping SBD bunker blasts. That's right. So, and these were not LAPs. SBD means silent but deadly. And these were not LAPs. LAP is loud and proud. That's different. So that's a whole different matter. That would be funny too, though. But now the thing about SBDs, if you study SBDs, especially like in large gatherings of people, you can kind of detect a pattern. Is that people who rip SBDs, they treat their SBDs as if they're running a radio station. They do. Ripping SBDs is like owning a radio station. Because radio stations have to put their tower in a place where the most people can pick up their station. Let's say if you're trying to cover a big city, you put it like right downtown, like on top of a tall building or something, or maybe on a big hill, like up in like Mount Auburn or something. That's why there's those radio and TV towers up in Mount Auburn. They try to maximize the number of people that they reach. And ripping SBDs is kind of the same way. Now, sometimes you have like an area that has two big cities, like Dallas, Fort Worth, or something. So they try to position the stations. They try to position the towers so they're equidistant from Dallas and Fort Worth, because that's an area with two population centers. But ripping an SBD is the same way. So if a person's trying to rip an SBD, sometimes if there's two people, if the people aren't, now if people are clustered all in one area of the room, it's simple, because they just get, they just go closest to where the people are clustered, so they can enjoy the scent more. Because ripping SBDs, it's an art and it's a science. I've noticed that from 39 years of experience and trying to trace where SBDs are coming from. But it's both an art and a science. So if there's a bunch of people clustered together, you get close to them, so more people can enjoy the smell. But let's say there's let's say it's a room with two other people in it that are opposite ends of the room. What you might want to do, or what I've noticed people do, or what I suspect that they do, or what it appears that they do, is that they get right between. So that way, it's not just one person who gets to enjoy it. It's both. It's the whole room gets to enjoy it. So people stand like right between, halfway between each cluster of people. to maximize the reach of their SBD. So that's how farting is like a radio station or a TV station. And it's funny too, the way people act. It's like the one time people were going like this. But there's other reactions too, which are funny. Some people aren't very good at hiding. Now the thing about radio stations, one way it's different. If you have a radio station, you usually don't want to hide where your station's coming from. But a lot of times, if you rip at SBDs, you do. And a lot of times, people, actually, pretty much all the time, if somebody's ripping an SBD, they don't want people to know it's them. So, but a lot of times, people give themselves away. Like sometimes a person will rip an SBD, and they're waiting for people to react. They're waiting for people to start going, or to start saying, "It stinks in here." They're waiting for that. But then during the time frame before that happens, they give themselves away because they start bursting into laughter like this. Like that. They try stifling a laugh. They try holding back their laughter. So, and that gives them away. And a lot of times it's very poor timing because it happens at the precise moment that people start to notice the aroma. That's right, they do. It's always been a tradition every Christmas, or at least in the last decade it was. I know it's tapered off in the past couple of years, which is a shame. But I know I have some blog entries about, I think 2003 was the really funny one. There's an entry from December 26, 2003 called Stinky Farts, a Christmas Tradition. And it says, it was either last year or the year before that we had Christmas at my mom's house, and somebody kept letting out silent but deadly bunker blasts. This year at my mom's house was even funnier. Somebody kept releasing silent trouser sneezes that absolutely reeked. These farts smelled like rotten eggs, only more fart-like. I was cracking up laughing the whole time. Nobody admitted to this hilarious bout with flatulence, so no suspects have been indicted for it. I don't think I've ever smelled that many farts that smelled that funky, all at one occasion. But what about, it seems like 2005 might have had some really good ones. So, there's going to be hilarious SBDs.